understand.
Hi, I'm Josh Keegan and welcome to Igniting the Space Down Under. I am joined this evening by the lovely Brian Lim and Riley Havela. Hi guys. Introduce yourselves. We'll start with Riley because Riley, we haven't seen you for a while. Happy New Year. Welcome back to the live stream chat. How are you doing?
I'm good. Very busy start to the new year. Work. About me, I work as a junior systems analyst at Qantas, but I used to work at Sabre Astronautics and Hypersonics Launch Systems in junior engineering roles. And as much as I've sadly departed space, I'm still all over the news. So that's giving my outsider aviation perspective now.
Right, you're all over the news. What are you famous for? What is Channel 7 and Channel 9 reporting about you today?
No, I'm over space news. I'm up to date.
Oh, you're up to date on the space news. That's awesome.
I wish I was on the news every day.
For a minute I thought it's like, Riley is now in the news, who's been charged for having too much chocolate given to a dog.
No, you don't give chocolate to dogs. Jeez,
I know,
do you not know this, Brian?
Clearly you can tell I have a dog. That's why I say it, right?
I think this joke is because I just got the new puppy.
Yes. Riley
So
has a
I've
new...
just got a new puppy.
Yes, what sort of puppy is this, by the way?
He's a long-haired dash hound, but he's cream.
Oh,
So
right.
you'll appreciate the name. So my first dash hound, her name is Luna, and she's black. And now I've got a cream, and his name is Sol.
Nice. Very nice. I do appreciate that, a lot. Okay, and Brian, if you would please want to introduce yourself, mate. I mean, apart from the fact that you make really bad dad jokes.
Well, you can tell that Brian Lim, I run my own space company called Dandelions. We got 2 space missions going up this year, technology to drop stuff out of space, and we're building some cool new toys to play with, of course. And when I'm not basically doing that, I'm here going on the phone with Josh. He goes, Josh, I need to have your secret. How do you have more hair than me?
I don't.
I'm not writing that question, right? I can't, because she's a different gen. She just has so much. I'm jealous. I don't know where to start.
Oh, dude, don't be jealous of me. Mine is just thinning out. That's probably way too much information for this live stream, but there you go. Thanks, guys, very much for introducing yourself. Just to let everyone know, the chat is open, so if you're new here, please introduce yourself to others. There will also be, so there's the test, and there's our mate and friend Jim Cleland, who's actually asking some questions and answers and all that sort of stuff. Just keep in mind there will be some random merchandise giveaways at the same time during this live stream, so if you want to join us, ask a question, you could win just by asking a question or two, and we can go from there. All right, so Jim has obviously got nothing better to do, and he's the only one on the live stream at the moment. So, okay, Jim, how's it going? Nothing wrong with the smooth look, Brian. There you go. Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, I'm just a smooth operator.
See, now you're bringing F1 jokes into the space live stream. So we've already spoken about my 3 favorite topics: F1, aviation, and space.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to try and launch this a little bit. We've got quite a bit to go through, fortunately or unfortunately. It has been a very, very busy beginning of the year for the international space community as well as the Australian space community. So the first one and the lead topic is that Japan has landed on the moon. The smart lander for investigating moon, SLIM, landed on the lunar surface on the 25th of January, making Japan the fifth country in the world to actually land on the lunar surface. They follow in the recent success of India's Chandrayaan mission on September 2023. The SLIM mission, it was designed to demonstrate the precision lunar landing using a combination of observation data from the Selene Lunar Orbiter mission and face recognition systems technology. The combination of this data allowed the SLIM mission to complete a soft, I'll say soft in inverted commas, landing with the accuracy of 100 meters. Just for comparison, the Apollo 11 mission used an elliptic which was 20 kilometers or 12 miles long downrange and 5 kilometers or 3 miles wide in cross range. The payloads also included 2 lunar excursion vehicles, LEV-1 and LEV-2. LEV-1 is a rover which moves by hopping, as has a wide angle visible light cameras and has direct Earth communications. LEV-2 is also another tiny rover developed in combination with JAXA in cooperation with a toy company, Tomy, T-O-M-Y, Sony and Doshisha University. It's roughly the size of a baseball, weighs only 250 grams and is equipped with 2 small cameras. It is able to move around the surface by extending its shape to crawl along the lunar surface. Both of these rovers were deployed during the hover maneuver, with LEV-1 showing that SLIM had landed at a 90-degree angle with only just one engine.
100メートルを下回りました。まもなく50メートルに到達しようというところです。そうかな。はい、ここで一旦ホバリングに入った2回目のホバリング。
This is the second hovering.
これで安全な場所に水平移動を行って、その後またしばらく降下するという状態。
Now it's looking for the safe place to land.
を行っていると思われます。次は第2回のホバリングを行っていると思われます。障害物回避という今降りましたね。はい、これで高度2メーターぐらいのところで第3回のホバリングを実施し、これでレブですね、超小型ローバーを放出します。でその後一気に降りて。
Wait, you mean to tell me your system didn't detect that it went upside down?
It did.
Around the 2 meters, it will release the left and it will land. 2-step landing is expected.
モードが今 MLM というモードに切り替わりましたので、これで着陸したという状態になります。MLM
Now you see on the left hand side MLM. That means it has landed. From the telemetry, it shows the sign MLM.
Okay, so despite the fact that this had this unusual landing angle of 90 degrees inverted, on the 29th of January, there was light conditions on the moon changed, allowing for the SLIM lander to actually catch enough sunlight to begin operations. So just at the end of the video there, you saw that it flipped upside down. No, that was not a computer anomaly, because I watched the entire live stream, and yeah, they basically cut to a very confused looking Japanese experts. Who were wondering why the computer simulation suddenly displayed the vehicle upside down. Sorry, it was to me it was very, very, very funny. So yes, yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, Japan is the 5th nation on Earth to land on the lunar surface.
Well, when I saw it, all I wanted to do was sing the song. Will the real Slim Lady please stand up? Please stand up.
Oh, Brian.
Hey, I'm gonna be cruel. Look, I give credit to the Japanese for even getting to the moon. Let's be real, right? And like landing with such precision. But you gotta have a laugh at it too, right?
Yeah, you absolutely do. The real I know I can't say it. I had it in my head, and the real Slim Shady, will you please stand up? Yes, that was an Eminem song from 1990s or something like that. Dude, that's concerning. That's really, really concerning. But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So Japan is now the 5th country to land on the lunar surface. So what did you think about that? Did you guys actually manage to catch that? Did you actually see anything that? Did you see anything in regard to it? What do you think?
I just want to know if I can buy the little rover.
I gotta admit, like that rover, it looked like it had a face on it.
Yeah.
It did. Didn't
It's cute. It's really cool tech. It's super cute.
It is super cute, especially this one. That is really, really cute. And yeah, look, I completely want one of those as well, especially considering it was made by a toy company. So yes, hopefully they'll be available worldwide. We'll be able to get some of them here in Australia. All right, so I think we'll just go now to Australian news, if that's okay. One Giant Leap Australia has announced a space tour of the USA for 2024. Expressions of interest are now open, and anyone can apply, students, teachers, and other interested adults. Just keep a note of that there, because I'll probably nerd out a bit later. The tour runs from the 29th of October until November 10. Some of the itinerary includes a welcome dinner with JPL engineers, that's the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in the US, a visit to the California Science Center, Dark Skies, which is the history and future of astronomical science, and also a trip to Disneyland, and of course Space Camp.
Join One Giant Leap Australia for Space Tour USA. You'll travel to Alabama and discover everything that Space Camp USA has to offer, as well as visits to aerospace companies, California Science Center, and Disneyland.
It's a wonderful experience, and you'll meet people that you'll kind of talk to for the rest of your life, and you'll meet people that are similar to you.
They teach you all about how astronauts train, and you get to do some really cool activities.
You got to learn about history, about teamwork, social skills, and about how they build rocket ships as well.
Space Camp was actually one of the best things I've ever done. I went there and we worked as a team. We did missions together. We learned about space and how things happen in NASA and how astronauts train, and a lot of other things which I never knew happened in the space industry.
To express your interest in our next tour, visit our website, onegiantleapaustralia.com.
I honestly think I'm really, really jealous of kids. Oh, Brian, I haven't fixed up this one of you, this display of you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at you. You look all far away and like you're on another planet. Hang on, let me bring you in. Zoom you right in. Oh, look, we'll just cut off Riley while we're at it. Hang on, just a minute. You know, because as we know, the Space Down Under is so professional.
I'll just leave now. It's fine.
Well, you're going to leave a bit later anyway, so. Oh dear.
What are we going to do?
So yeah, so that is looking like it's going to be a really good thing for kids and adults to do. So I've had a look into it. There seems to be expressions of interest and they're open right now. So if you want to go along and participate, yeah, why not apply? I mean, it's open to adults. Maybe Jackie was listening to us last time and she opened it up to just regular nerds. I'm a regular nerd. Look at Riley. She's just going, no, I'm not a nerd. You are.
No, I'm just... Every time we do this, my neighbors throw a party.
Oh, really? You're telling me that your neighbors run a party every month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it in the background,
No,
but I keep
I
muting.
can kind of hear it. I can just heard a woohoo. So
Yeah.
yes, this was an interesting way to actually come back to talk about this sort of stuff, you know, and you can hear them woohooing in the background. This is awesome. There's nothing like a live stream, hey?
Look,
Oh.
I remember I was in Europe in a space conference when Falcon 9 first landed on the barges out at sea, right? And we were
Yep.
having dinner, and it was a quiet restaurant. We took a whole like half the restaurant, and everybody was watching the stream live. And when the rocket landed, we all yelled like somebody won a sports match. Trust me, everybody was confused as heck else as well.
Yeah. Oh, we're not celebrating any. Are they celebrating a landing at all? Do you think, Riley? Do you think they're actually celebrating Japan landing on the moon? Was that it? Are they watching the live stream now and actually celebrating that along with us?
They're celebrating seeing my new puppy.
It's a new puppy. Look. There's a thing here that came up before. Someone called Funny Candles. I'm not sure who that is. I'll just speculate and might say it's Brian. You got to bring the puppy out. There is a vote here for you bringing the puppy out. So just keep that in mind. Or in this case,
Probably
bring the
at
puppet
the
out.
end, because they'll have to disappear and then come back.
Acceptable.
That's all right. We can certainly miss you for a couple of minutes while I go through the next story, if that's all right. So that's going to take the next 2 minutes. So if you want to, suddenly disappear and grab the puppy, that is not unacceptable. That is completely acceptable to me. I can see that being a really good thing for you to go and do.
I'll turn my camera off.
Oh, you'll turn your camera off.
All right.
It'll be a surprise.
Right, it will be a surprise. That's excellent. All right, well, continuing right along. Where are we? We're up to... I lost my place. Oh, my God.
Oh, I can.
All right.
I'm going into Aradi space.
Oh, right, okay. All right, so on the 29th of January, Equatorial Launch Australia, ELA, revealed completed designs for its Horizontal Integration Facility, or HIF. The designs include a state-of-the-art assembly, integration and testing facility for up to 7 launch companies, which will be based at the Arnhem Space Centre. And we'll come back to see. No, Riley's gone. Camera is turned off. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, so moving right along. So we'll go with the on the February 9, the New Zealand company Dawn Aerospace attended the opening ceremony of the Tawahaki National Aerospace Centre. Dawn Aerospace actually hopes to launch the Mark II Aurora single-stage-to-orbit space plane from the new Tawahaki National Aerospace Centre sometime in 2024. All right. No, Riley come back yet. Oh no, what a shame. We'll have to bide our time, and I'll just go straight into the international news while we await the arrival of a puppy.
I accept the darkness of Riley for a puppy.
Yes, so do I. Absolutely, without a doubt.
I'm back.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
Cute.
Oh, that is a cute puppy. Oh, look at him staring straight down the camera as well.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on?
Look, I'm live? Awesome, I'm live.
Don't have stage fright, we're friendly.
Oh, dear. Oh, it's just
You'll stop biting me in a second. You'll see.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool. He's very cute. Sorry, what was his name?
Sol.
Did we say that earlier?
Sol.
Sorry?
Yeah. Sol. SOL.
Nice. You super geek you. That's awesome.
What a creamy soul.
All right. Well, I'll give you a segue in a moment off camera where we update the international space news, and you can let Puppy go. Oh no, I don't want to get rid of Puppy. We can make this entire live stream just without the bloody. Josh has lost the plot.
So, would you like to go to space? Would you like to play fetch in my?
Well, I'm pretty sure Sol will go to space just to be with Riley. Oh, look at that! Oh my God! Oh. God, I'm such a sucker for puppies. Anyway, I'm going to try and be a little bit more professional. We'll switch to the international news.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. It's great to be here on the Space Down Under. I'm here to give you a brief update on what's been happening in the UK space industry over the past wee while and what we can look forward to in 2024, especially at a time when the UK and Australia are really fostering that space partnership. So what's been happening then? Well, of course, the biggest news over the past few months has come from Saxavord Spaceport up in Shetland. They have recently received their spaceport operator's license from the UK Civil Aviation Authority, and this allows them to carry out up to 30 launches per year, which will take place over their 3 launch pads currently under construction. Now, in the latter half of 2023, construction did take a setback, with various contractors having not been paid. Thankfully, though, those debts have been settled, and additional funding has come in through grants and private investment. So all is looking good as we look forward to the first launches from there. We also have Spaceport Sutherland under development by Orbex in the North Mainland of Scotland, and 4 more spaceports in various stages of planning and progress throughout the rest of the UK. This is all great because the UK is set or poised to be the hub for small to medium launchers in Europe over the next decade. Speaking of launchers, we also have Skyrora and Orbex, both based in Scotland, continuing to make progress on their orbital class rockets, the Skyrora XL and the Orbex Prime respectively. We had a steady year of testing from both of them in 2023, and we can look forward to more testing in 2024. Hopefully, we'll also get another launch of Skyrora's Skylark L sounding rocket, which serves as a test platform of sorts for systems that will be migrated to and upscaled on the Skyrora XL. 2024, of course, started off with Astrobotics' moon landing attempt with their Peregrine 1 lander, which was carrying British-made payloads, including a new ion trap mass spectrometer designed to study the travel of water vapor across the lunar surface through the exosphere. It didn't quite make it to the moon this time, but another attempt will be forthcoming. And that's just the first of British-made tech to go to space this year. The next will be on Intuitive Machines' own lunar landing attempt, which is due to take place in February. And hopefully that one goes well, because the lunar landing sensors were actually designed by MDA's UK-based division, which is down in Hartwell in England. So fingers crossed for that one, a sort of British moon landing of sorts. Just recently as well, Astroscale's LCD space cleanup test satellite ended its stay on orbit with a controlled re-entry. This was the first of their test platforms to test out rendezvous and capture of a demo satellite on orbit. It was basically designed to allow for either deorbit of a defunct satellite or repositioning of satellites that have gotten lost over the years. Think of it as space recycling of sorts. Either way, though, Astroscale are already looking ahead to their next projects, and we can look forward to hearing more from them over the course of 2024 and into 2025. Of course, I said it earlier, but the biggest thing that we're looking forward to here in the UK this year is the first launch from Saxavord Spaceport, and that will be happening, from what we hear, this summer by Rocket Factory Augsburg, who will be carrying out the maiden flight of their orbital class RFA-1 rocket. This thing is an absolute beast. And then that will be followed up by a launch from High Impulse with their hybrid SR-75 sounding rocket. The first flight of that was originally slated to take place from Saxavord, actually before RFA's launch. However, due to various things not being in place, that first launch for High Impulse actually will be taking place in Australia. So you guys can look forward to that one happening very, very soon. So yeah, I can't wait to bring you all of that amazing footage and more updates from spaceflight in the Northern Hemisphere. Thank you so much for having me. Now, back to you, Down Under.
Oh, big shout out there, and thanks to Tom June, who was actually hosts the UK Space News. He was actually kind enough to pre-record a update on what's happening in the UK space industry, and it looks like there's a lot of different things going on at the moment, with them becoming the biggest launches of small sats, small commercial sats over the next decade. So big shout out and thanks to Tom there. All right, moving right along. So we've got some other space news because this has been a jam-packed month of January. So on the 2nd of February, Starlab has announced that we launched on a future yet to be planned Starship mission. Starlab is a joint venture between Voyager Space, a US company, and Airbus. Together, they are building a commercial space station with a habitable volume equivalent to half the current pressurized volume of the International Space Station. Unlike the ISS, Starlab will be immediately available for astronauts from the moment of deployment. Whoops, wrong button. The Starlab habitation module will be 8 meters, fitting perfectly inside Starship, and is scheduled to launch no earlier than 2028. ULA also launched the Vulcan rocket. It's on its first ever flight as Cert-1. Whilst it was qualifying qualifying launch, it had a payload aboard, the Astrobotics Peregrine moonlander. Whilst the Cert-1 launch was a complete success for ULA, the Peregrine mission was failing not long after launch, just as Tom mentioned just before. The Peregrine mission experienced a leak in its propellant tank, and as Tom Dune said in his update, it was deorbited on the 18th of January. Unfortunately, the mission was the first of NASA's new commercial payloads service, or CLPS, contract. So we should be seeing more of these upcoming very, very soon. Ew, the video went really weird there, so that's okay. That's fine. All right, so next up is the Axiom Space Mission 3. Axiom Space launched its third commercial mission to the International Space Station on the 18th of January on a SpaceX Falcon 9. The mission was made up of an international commercial crew consisting of Commander Michael Lopez Algeria from the US, pilot Walter Vidali from Italy, mission specialist Alper Gezavarici from Turkey, and Marcus Want from Sweden. The mission ended successfully overnight with astronauts returning safely to Earth, splashing down off the coast of Florida. Next up is Blue Arrow. Blue Arrow has actually successfully tested its that's China's own Blue Arrow. Sorry, let me just go back a sec. 19th of January saw China's own Blue Arrow aerospace technology company complete a test launch and landing of the VTVL-1 at the Jiaquin Satellite Launch Center. The VTVL-1 mission was successfully launched to a height of 350 meters, translating and landing on a separate pad. This test flight was to verify the performance of a large-scale liquid oxygen methane engine on a reusable launch vehicle. The vehicle actually measures 3.35 meters wide and 18.3 meters tall, and is reusable first stage, with this mission verifying the high precision guidance and landing buffering mechanism. So yeah, massive updates there from the international space community. So that was huge. That was quite a few different things there that was all going on, and that's all in the first couple of months of this year.
That's quite a lot going on. I'm sure everybody's really ramping up this year.
They really have. The Starship mission was a complete surprise. It came left a field of nowhere, and it was really interesting that they had decided to sign contract for Starship to be on the first launch of Starship. So that will be very interesting. So yeah, it's just a massive year. Riley, any thoughts on what you think is going on at the moment? What's your input on this? Apart from the party in the background.
I'll put a positive. It's like new year, new me. So they're all supercharging ahead to make all of their 2024 space goals completed in January so they can exceed. No, I don't know. That's like what I would aspire my productivity to be like. I think the Starship payload definitely caught me off guard because it just seems so new. I was like, I swear it only got launched only a few months ago, like its final test or something. I don't remember. But yeah, that was the one that took me by surprise the most.
Yeah, me too. And the fact is that it's half the actual current volume of the International Space Station as it is today. So that's actually quite massive. It's only going to take two of them to actually be completely the same size as the International Space Station, and that's massive. Again, the International Space Station, for people who don't know, is due to be deorbited by NASA somewhere in the 2030s. It was due to happen in 2030, and then it's been extended out to some time in the 2030s. So it's a little bit of time before the International Space Station is finally deorbited after it was constructed and commissioned in early 2000, I think, was when the final piece was slotted into place. So it's been there for quite a while. It'll be 30 years by the time it is deorbited.
It'd be really sad.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about 30 years. Holy crud! That's history.
Yeah, and they're just going to deorbit it. It'd be nice if they actually brought it in properly, and they could do something with it, put it on display. But yeah, something that large, they're not able to do that at all.
Why don't we send it to Lagrange tree, or send it to lunar orbit, so we can then use it as like a lunar fueling station?
Now there's an idea.
I mean, just slap it on a massive ion engine. It's not like you can't do that. We do that, right? And just have it completely automated along the way, and just leave a fresh set of oxygen and long shelf life perishable food for emergencies, and that's it.
Yeah. I think they need to deorbit it simply because it's. The last time I saw some pictures from the International Space Station, it's just really full of junk. That's not very nice to say, but I really think it's full of a lot of junk that they don't know what to do about. But however, deorbiting it might be the best solution for them at that particular time. So yes, the other one is the interesting news is whilst the Starship is still yet to complete it has done the space shot, and it was on the second launch, or was it the third? Anyway, the second launch. China is coming up fast with its own stainless steel version of a fully reusable Methalox or methane oxygen engine and tankage and all that sort of stuff. First stage, they're coming up quick because one of the pictures that was there earlier was that it actually translated between the launch pad and the actual landing pad. So it actually has that fine control and vectoring for the engine. So that's interesting. That to me, that was mind-blowing as well, that they actually were successful. There was a video that went with that. Unfortunately, I couldn't download it just because of where it was located through I can't remember where it was located, but yes, it's just interesting that China. You're right, Riley. China and the international space industry has decided, let's just do everything in January. Not worry about 2024. Let's just do everything January. January's the month. We'll get everything done right then and there.
I wonder whether for the Chinese, they did it on purpose because it's actually the Lunar New Year, it's Chinese New Year right now.
Oh yeah, it is too. Happy New Year to everyone who celebrates the Lunar New Year. Apologise for not saying that up top.
That might be it. Like, see, for the Lunar New Year, we celebrate with a rocket that can land itself.
What lunar year is it anyway? Does anybody know?
I just know it's Year of the Dragon.
Is it?
I'm a dragon.
Nice.
And a dragon happens they all happen every 12 years. But I was born in 2000, so 2012, 2024.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it is the Year of the Dragon. So that explains why you're such a fiery spirit, Riley.
Yeah. And then I can be more specific and tell you that I'm a metal dragon, and the metal dragons are like the strongest of all the dragons. So, random fact.
Well, in the Chinese calendar, I'm just an ox. I'm just stubborn. Oh, so and Chinese lunar calendar, I am an ox in the what's the other one? The Taurus and Capricorn and all that sort of stuff. Whatever that one is. Yeah, I'm a Capricorn.
Star signs.
Yeah, star signs. That's right. The star signs version. I am a Capricorn and I'm an ox. So yeah, I'm doubly stubborn.
I'm a Taurus.
Ooh. Brian, what about you? You've remained as suspiciously quiet.
Oh, so my Chinese, I'm a monkey. I'm actually a metal monkey. So I always meddle in everything, right? And I always tell jokes. That's why I'm, monkey. And I am actually a Libra. Balancing of the scales, blindfolded all the time. Maybe that's why I keep bumping into things.
That could be it. That could definitely be it. All right. So, Jim Cleland said that the ISS has been such a wonderful achievement for all concerned. Such a brilliant idea from Brian on Lagrange. So there you go. You've got someone in agreement on the other side of the planet, Brian, who is saying that, you're right. Who would have thought someone would agree with you?
It could be the Dandelions 2030 mission.
Oh, yeah.
Man, and honestly, by that time, it's probably more cost-effective to go pick up a Tesla from God knows what orbit that thing is in by then. What was circling Jupiter or something? Actually, here's an interesting side question. If you were able to retrieve the Tesla that was shot into space, and you were to auction it off for charity, how much do you think it would be worth?
A
ridiculous amount.
I have no idea. Oh, hang on. Doesn't property owner, the person who launched it up there to begin with, have first rights and claim on their own thing? So wouldn't it be Elon?
Yes.
But he doesn't need more money. He can auction that off.
No, I'm saying he'd claim it back for free, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he would then sell it for charity, hopefully.
Man, look, the PR boom on that alone will be worth the weight in gold, right?
Absolutely. Oh, Jim as well. Jim has made a comment. He's lucky enough to be a Gemini, one of my favourite American space programs. Oh, yeah. He's a Gemini just after the American space program. So that's awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, another little bit of things before we start to say goodbye and start to look at wrapping up this live stream for this week, for this month. Sorry, the Night in the Space Down Under. Yeah, just some interesting news that's come out only recently is the Ingenuity rover. Unfortunately, has that's the end of the Ingenuity rover. It's flown its last mission. It has completed 72 missions so far after landing on the Martian surface. It landed along with the Perseverance rover on the 21st of February 2021. The Ingenuity rover was also the first to fly on another planet, was the point I was going to make there. Unfortunately, after completing 72 missions, damage was done to the rotor blades, making it incapable of flying again at all. So, and there's the damage there. So, yes, unfortunately, that is the goodbye to the Ingenuity rover. So, it's 72 missions is nothing to sneeze at there. So that's actually pretty good. 72 missions, amazing.
Man, that's more missions than I've had dates with women in my entire life. Damn it.
Well, someone has to be successful, Brian. Seriously. Look, how are the nerds at NASA more successful than you?
Put it this way. You bring a girl to the control station and you're on a date, you want to impress her, you can tell, would you like to fly on another planet? Pull the joystick.
Wasn't that a plot to like a Big Bang Theory episode and Howard got
for the Mars rover.
Rover stuck and then
Oh dear, I've decided to say nothing because it's just going to be easier. Just because, this conversation went south really quickly. I like it. I like it a lot. Absolutely unreal. So the Ingenuity rover. Look, first to fly. The other thing that's happened as well is with the Ingenuity rover being the first to fly on another planet, NASA is now actually steaming ahead with its next mission to Titan, which is they're going to be landing a nuclear-powered drone on Titan, just because of the success of the Ingenuity rover being able to fly on another planet. So this is not the end of flying vehicles on other planets. So that'll be interesting. That'll be certainly something to watch out for.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually curious. Titan is the moon with the oceans, right?
Sorry? I missed that.
Titan is the moon with the oceans underneath the ice, correct? What's that Enceladus?
Oh,
No, I think that's Enceladus.
Help me out. The space nerd is lost.
I think that's Enceladus.
Yeah, because so there's one of the moons that is like it's covered in ice, but below it is an ocean, and we're wondering whether there's actually life on that place. So I'm actually interested about that rover that has to go to the fact that we have to send a submarine to another planet.
Yes. So Titan is sorry, I've decided to Google it because I'm cheating. Is what is it? Moon, second largest in the solar system. Moon of Saturn, second largest in the solar system. It's comprised of haze, so you can't actually see the surface. Oh, I do that at work. I should really not do that. The atmosphere consists of 98.4% nitrogen, 1.4% methane, and 0.2% hydrogen. So yes, it's actually quite a toxic atmosphere. And the moon, let me see. I'm just googling this too. Saturn moon, made of ice, is I can't even say that name. Europa. Yeah, I think it's Europa. Europa is the one. Europa is the one that's covered in ice. That's actually scheduled to have a mission go to it. That's supposed to. You're right, Riley. That's supposed to bury through the ice to see if there's liquid water underneath. That's the Europa mission.
Fun fact, Europa is going to be the name of my next Dash Hound.
Well, it's officially time to go. I think this live stream has completely devolved into talking about Riley's pets.
But they're cute. Everyone wants to talk about them.
I know, right?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
All right, quick. Hang on. We've got a question from Jim. A quick question for all of you. If you had to choose an existing or pre-existing spacecraft that you could go into space, what would it be? Any vehicles? Ooh, head scratcher, Jim, as always. If you had to choose an existing or pre-existing spacecraft you could go into space in.
Falcon 9 because it's
reliable?
Yeah.
I think Riley. I think I'm exactly the same as you. I think I'd be going. Yeah, that's definitely something I'd be doing. Is using the one that's actually proven, not the one that's due to go around the moon or something. That is unproven. That's making people really, really nervous because they're scheduled to go on it this year. Was that this year?
Yeah.
They haven't even.
I think it's this year or next.
It's this year. I distinctly remember there was supposed to be 2024. It's supposed to be happening this year. Yeah, that'll be cool.
I want the one that is safe.
The one that's flight proven. What about you, Brian? Any vehicle existing or pre-existing or future, I guess, vehicle that you would like to go to space in?
But my dream one would be, like, if I could go in any, would be the one in Interstellar.
Yes, I do like that one. That was pretty cool. That one with the artificial gravity and everything. That's awesome. That's awesome. Very realistic, that one. Brian, have you come up with a vehicle yet? Or are you just too busy googling?
I'm trying to find it. So it's actually it's a plane that NASA was trying to develop as a replacement to the space shuttle, and it had it had an elongated rocket spike engine.
Oh, yeah, I remember it. I can't. I have no idea what the name was.
It's X something. It's one of the X planes, right? I was thinking it's 27, but I keep getting it wrong. I thought it's X30, which is another space plane, but I can't. I'm like Googling like a madman.
Riley's now Googling. I can hear tapping in the background. It's better.
I thought it was like, No, I only know about the X-59 where they were trying to fly a supersonic jet, but quiet.
Yes. Yes.
I'm showing Aerospike.
He's still looking.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, I haven't chosen mine. So Riley, you've chosen yours. I'm pressuring poor Brian here.
And I picked two actually. I gave two.
So I would be on the I would be on the Dragon. So that would be me as well. Yes, but however, I would, once it's flight proven and done. Yes, I wouldn't mind flying on Starship. That would kind of be really, really cool. And the other one, there was one that was on the same. Sierra Nevada, the Sierra Nevada space plane. That's the one I want to go on. That one. The Sierra Nevada space plane is due to launch either this year or next year, very shortly. Probably if it's this year, it'll be towards the end of the year or very early next. The Sierra Nevada space plane was originally designed for carrying astronauts. It's designed now at the moment to carry cargo and not much else. And then after that, NASA is actually considering it to carry astronauts to the International Space Station once it is able to complete a few successful cargo missions. So yes, the Sierra Nevada space plane is the other one I'd like to go on. So there you go. Brian.
I found the plane. It's the X-33 Venture Star.
Oh.
So it's a fascination with the Aerospike engine.
Yeah.
It has the elongated Aerospike engine, and it's supposedly much more efficient because you can do single stage to orbit with it than a multi-stage rocket with a bell nozzle. So I've always been fascinated by the Aerospike engine. Like, please let this be real. But we all know it's actually an unreasonably hard engineering problem to solve.
Yeah, plus also the sheer weight of the Aerospike engine as well, just because it is a lot heavier than every other engine that's out there. The normal Bell style engine, the Aerospike is much heavier and much more of an engineering challenge to get right in the first instance. Although there was a company in a few years ago, I think it was in Spain or something like that was looking to launch an Aerospike. I'll have to do some Googling after this. Jim, you've asked a very interesting question, dude. You've got us all Googling and scratching our heads and just going, So yes, thank you very much, Jim, for doing that and getting us all to put our thinking caps on. We do appreciate it, even though we look like we don't. All right. Look, that's it. Thank you very much, Riley and Brian, for joining me once again. If you want to know any more information about Riley or Brian, please, I'll place links into the description below. So just to let everybody know that, as always, if you like this, you remember to like and subscribe and also hit the notification bell. You share this far and wide. And as always, guys, remember, thanks very much for watching the Space Down Under and stay caffeinated.